everyone, welcome to your week 8, which is actually your last week for this term B semester. So let's look at what is there for this week. This week you have what is called a synthesis paper. Basically, you are creating your portfolio in which you are combining your cultural autobiography, your argument analysis, and your field notes to write a synthesis paper about all the learnings from the whole semester, along with your positioning and how it influences the topic that you have chosen. So here are your instructions and the rubric. There is a template here, and I'm going to open these up. Here is the rubric. The rubric is also included in this, and it's a long rubric, okay? So here is rubric, I put it separately. Here is a good example, and then here's another example for it. So let's go one at a time so that I can show you guys what it is. So give it a second. So as you can see, I already talked about what is synthesis. I'm not going to read everything out, but basically I give you is the main points, what you're doing, and then I also give you what are called the sentence starters. My diversity topic is this, though my position was this, okay? So here is where you have examples of starters that you want to do. This would come under your critical thinking because it is graded separately, okay? So each section you have critical thinking, then you talk about ethical reasoning, which is what you have here. You also have intellectual knowledge. Once again, what are those things about? And here are your sentence starters for it. Written communication is throughout it, right? It also talks about what you've learned and another thing that this is taught this semester. But the written communication also goes throughout the paper. So all of these are sections in your rubric. So you can say civic engagement. And so this is what I am looking for. Intellectual, and this is what I'm looking for. Written communication, this is what I'm looking for. So as I'm looking for this, I separated these sections out along with telling you what is within it and sentence starters so that it actually gives you a little bit more idea about what to write. Okay. Things can be clearer if you look at a paper. So I also put examples out there. So I'm going to look at. So this is an example that was done, was talking about the different cultures, and this is stereotyping. It was on stereotyping is accurate or not and how it influences on visual appearance. So this is where it was. Personal perception of human diversity and how this course has influenced my position throughout the semester. So this is where you have, right? So this person had talked about visual stereotyping as their diversity topic and looking at just physical appearances as do we stereotype based on those or not. So here is this one, but let me go and show you the other one also because I know. So I gave you a healthcare example for the field notes in which they did an observation in a hospital setting, and then I gave you an argument analysis for field notes. So I actually went ahead and put a paper on talking about that. So aspect of healthcare that has caused disparities between minority and racial groups in United States. So that was their topic, is the healthcare system, how it is differentiating between minority groups and racial group, or is it differentiating? So there are two aspects of it that you're talking about. So they used an act and they said, do racial or ethnic group face disparities in insurance and healthcare access under the ACA Act? So this is what their topic, and so this is what they have. Now, as you can see, they have the first article that they are talking about, and then what they got talks about the inference from the first article, what it helped that person recognize talks about the shortcoming. Remember, we talked about how you increase credibility of your article. So those are the things that come over here. And then here is the second article. What does it highlight? And then it goes down to talk about it. How does the argument analysis connects to the cultural autobiography? So here is where you talk about your positioning, your biases, your personal reflection, and how it has grown and impacted the way you have perceived the articles. There was a section about this too. And then you're giving those personal ideas. And here is your field observation. So you're talking about field observation, where did they did it and why did they did it and why they chose and what they learned from it. So from your reflections, you're going to get those. So this is where you have, I'm going to let you read the paper, but this is a good one for you guys to base your paper around, to see the formatting of it. And then to know some of the good sentence starters is right here. The rubric is given right here. Now, this is something else I wanted to talk about, these two things. First, let's talk about this. There is no drop box for your synthesis paper, because your synthesis paper is actually a key assessment for West College of Education and has to be submitted to TK20 as data collection. So what you are going to do is you're simply going to click on your synthesis on this link. You're going to find your name, or it may just have your name. Okay, I can see everybody because I am the professor, right? So you may just have your name. You'll click on it and you will submit your assignment. If in case you do not see your name for any reason, since we have a cross-listed section, there can be errors, technical errors happen. If it is case that happens, please let me know. But it should all be good here. If there is, I will resolve that with TK20 ASAP, okay? So this is what you will do to submit your paper. You're going to click on this link and then submit your final synthesis paper. It is going to be a paper, not a PowerPoint or a Prezi or any other format. It will be a paper. What I also did was I moved some APA resources because I didn't even know if you guys were looking at APA resources. But here is a checklist. Here is an example of a paper. Here is a sample paper. This is also an excellent resource which you can click on, and you will see that it actually gives you the format of writing, the references, how do you write the references. You don't need too much of it in this class, but you do need to have a correct reference with page numbers, volume, issue, link, authors, title, and the source. That means the journal article, journal name, sorry. So this is what you have for this part. So let me go back. So as per the course schedule, your synthesis paper is due December the 11th. So you already have an extra day, that is a Monday by 11:59 p.m. because your assignments have been due on Sunday. I'm going to give another extra day and your synthesis paper is going to be due by December the 12th by 11:59 p.m. So you get 2 full extra days to work on this assignment. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, but any assignments submitted after December the 12th, 11:59 p.m. are subject to late work as per the syllabus. And this is going to, this link actually gives me a timestamp of that, and so you will have that. Oops. I apologize about that ad being opened up, but if you have any questions, once again, please don't hesitate to ask. Let's finish this semester strong and let's be successful. Best of luck.